You're in a meeting. Someone asks for your opinion, and for a second, your mind goes completely blank. You know the answer is in there somewhere. But right now, there is just silence, and everyone is looking at you. The panic grows. The pause feels like an hour. You feel like you have to answer this very second. So you blurt out something messy, or you just say, "I agree." And you sit back frustrated. Again. Last week, someone told me the moment they asked me, my brain froze. I knew the answer, but I could not start. What she needed was not more English. She needed a few seconds and a way to fill them. Maybe you know that feeling. If this happens to you, I want you to know something. It is not because your English is weak. Even native speakers go blank under pressure. The difference is, they know how to buy time. That is a skill, and you can learn it. The real problem is the silent gap. When you say nothing, the silence feels dangerous, so you rush. And when you rush, you make mistakes, or you say far less than you actually know. The pressure wins. Here is the secret. Fluent speakers do not fill that gap with silence. They fill it with a phrase. A short, calm phrase that says, "I am thinking," while it gives your brain the 2 or 3 seconds it needs. Today, you will learn 12 of them. 12 ways to buy time and stay in control. Here is the good news. You do not need a faster brain. You do not need a bigger vocabulary. You need a few ready phrases that buy you time automatically. So let me show you how fluent speakers do it. First, stop treating silence as failure. A short, confident pause makes you sound thoughtful, not lost. The trick is to say something calm out loud while you think. That keeps the room with you. There is an easy way. Use time buyers. A time buyer is a short phrase you say while your answer loads. Let's learn 12 of them. Time buyer 1. The question lands and you need a second. Start by valuing it. That's a great question. For example, "That's a great question. Let me think for a moment." It buys you time and sounds confident. Now you try. Say it out loud with me. "That's a great question." One more time. "That's a great question." Time buyer 2. You want to ask openly for a short pause. "Let me think this through for a second." For example, "Let me think this through for a second. I want to give you a good answer." Calm, not rushed. Say it with me. "Let me think this through for a second." Again, slowly. "Let me think this through for a second." Time buyer 3. Your ideas are scattered and you need to line them up. "Let me gather my thoughts." For example, "Give me one moment. Let me gather my thoughts." Honest and professional. Your turn. "Let me gather my thoughts." One more time. "Let me gather my thoughts." Time buyer 4. The question is big and you want to signal a structured answer. "Good question. Let me unpack that." For example, "Good question. Let me unpack that. There are 2 parts to it." Now you sound organized. Say it with me. "Good question. Let me unpack that." Again. "Good question. Let me unpack that." Time buyer 5. You are not sure where to begin, so you frame it first. "There are a couple of ways to look at this." For example, "There are a couple of ways to look at this. Let me start with the simplest." Framing buys you time. Now you. "There are a couple of ways to look at this." One more time. "There are a couple of ways to look at this." Time buyer 6. You do not have an exact answer, and you want to soften it. "Off the top of my head, For example, off the top of my head, I would say around 20%. It shows you are estimating, not guessing. Say it with me. Off the top of my head. Again. Off the top of my head. Time buyer 7. You started a sentence and it got tangled. Reset cleanly. Let me put it this way. For example, let me put it this way. The deadline is the real risk here. You restart without sounding lost. Your turn. Let me put it this way. One more time. Let me put it this way. Time buyer 8. Before the answer, you set the scene and buy a few seconds. Just to give you some context. For example, just to give you some context, this started last month. Calm and in control. Say it with me. Just to give you some context. Last time. Just to give you some context. Time buyer 9. You want to commit to a clear structure fast. The short answer is, for example, the short answer is yes, but we need more time. It promises clarity and buys it too. Say it with me. The short answer is, again. The short answer is, time buyer 10. You want to share your reasoning step by step. Let me walk you through my thinking. For example, let me walk you through my thinking. It will make more sense. You lead calmly. Your turn. Let me walk you through my thinking. One more time. Let me walk you through my thinking. Time buyer 11. You truly do not have the answer yet. Defer without stress. Can I come back to you on that? For example, can I come back to you on that after lunch? Honest and professional. Say it with me. Can I come back to you on that? Again. Can I come back to you on that? Time buyer 12. You think you know, but you want to be sure before you commit. Let me double check and confirm. For example, I believe so, but let me double check and confirm. Careful beats wrong. Last one. Say it with me. Let me double check and confirm. Again. Let me double check and confirm. Now let us put them together. Imagine the meeting from the start. The question comes, and your mind goes blank. This time, you do not panic. You say, "That's a great question." The room relaxes. Then, "Let me think this through for a second." You take your 2 seconds. Then, you start. And if you are not sure, you say, "Off the top of my head, I would say yes." Calm, honest, in control. No freeze at all. One last thing. The biggest mistake is filling the gap with and long, nervous silence. Those make you sound unsure. A real phrase does the opposite. It buys the same time but makes you sound calm and prepared. So now you have 12 time buyers. 12 ways to turn a scary pause into a calm, confident moment. The next time your mind goes blank, you will not panic. You will have a phrase ready and the seconds you need. But reading them once is not enough. Say them out loud, again and again, until they come automatically under pressure. And here is the real secret. Buying time only helps if you can then speak. Shadowing, repeating after me, is step 1. But a real meeting answers back. To get truly ready, you have to practice with someone, or something, that responds and puts you on the spot in real time. So here is your task. Pick just one time buyer and use it tomorrow. Then come back because next time we are learning how to speak up in a meeting without getting interrupted. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.